Hey Libra, intuitive soul coach here with your June 2023 monthly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so Libra, the key theme showing up for you in the month of June, you have mending, followed by the great outdoors, and you also have career being highlighted. Now, you've received a bonus themed card, which I love. So this could show up unexpectedly. It could be something that you focus, there's a high emphasis on, but you have the romance card here as well. And we'll dive into this as we move further in your reading. Now, let's begin with the mending card. There is this energy of pain, disappointment, turmoil, conflict, heartache that you've gone through here, Libra. There was a setback, or it felt like a setback, but it was actually an opportunity for ascension, an opportunity for growth. In the month of June, you may be coming together. That could be why the romance card is here as well. There could be something that you're healing from, whether you're with a person or not. There is a coming together energy. There could also be forgiveness. I'm getting mother energy here as well as sister. So some of you may be dealing with a friend, a mother. It could be anyone in your life where there has been some rifts, right? There's been some broken foundations here. And I feel like you are doing what you can to patch things together, but start on a new base, a new foundation where it's based on respect, healthy boundaries, and reciprocity. And if that's not happening, I feel like you're picking up the pieces, or you have been, Libra, and you're doing what is best for your heart. And sometimes what we think is best for our heart is just to, barricade it where we don't let emotions in or out. And that's not always the best option. Really, it's never the best option. But I feel for some of you who have done that in the past, maybe you've said, well, I just don't want to deal with that. It's too painful. Or I don't want to revisit that past experience because it was too painful. This could be something you've been working on, whether it was some sort of abuse, whether it was some deep childhood trauma that you've dealt with. It could have been a very painful divorce. It could have been the loss of a loved one, whatever it was here for you. But I feel like you're finding yourself again, Libra, and you're reclaiming your power, because I am sensing with this mending card, and you do have the round and round. Some of you, this was a very deep karmic cycle, relationship, or human experience that you kind of had to go through, or you chose to go through. Now, some of you may curse me in the comments and say, Melissa, why on earth would I choose to have that happen in my world, right? But as you're well aware, Libra, there's highs and there's lows. There's ups and there's downs, and there's ebbs and there's flows. So I do feel like during one of these lower points in your life, there's been so much ascension. So if you were to look back on this, pat yourself on the back, because you're not the same person you were. And hopefully you've become a better version of yourself and didn't let this situation get the best of you and for you to become bitter. And I say this often, we have free will to become bitter or better, but the choice is yours. So this can be about healing, repairing, therapy, Reiki energy, addressing the cracks in the foundation of money, of a career, of relationships, whatever this is here for you. There's some mending happening here, and it's going to set you up for a stronger sense of stability. And first and foremost, this comes from within. I do sense here, Libra, I'm not calling you out here, but there's something that had been repeating over and over in your world. And I feel like there's a lesson that you've learned. You don't need to repeat something that was painful or difficult, but sometimes we self-sabotage. Sometimes we hang on by a thread, right? Just like that stubborn tooth that wants to come out. It just hangs by a thread. But sometimes what we need to do is just yank that baby out. And I feel like you are doing the work here. Even though it seems tough, even though it can be challenging, you're doing the work. I also feel for some of you, because you've gone through these experiences, a lot of you make great healers, great teachers, great light workers, Reiki practitioners, spiritual or not. I feel like this is part of your energy, and you can help other people mend the cracks within their foundation as well. A lot of you are inspirational leaders. You may be influencers. You could even be actors, where you help people shift the energy from glass half empty to glass half full, because you've had to do that yourself. So a lot coming in with the mending card. But I like the mending card because sometimes we need to get to the nitty gritty. And it's a reminder that we can do tough things, or we can do hard things, as Glennon Doyle likes to say. And we absolutely can, Libra. If anyone can, you can, because it's about creating balance instead of letting that scale tip and hiding it at times to show a face to the rest of the world where you're suffering inside. That's not staying true to your Libran scales, right? This is about you addressing the root of the problem. All right, for others of you, rant over there, you're spending some time in the great outdoors. This is fantastic. This is about you coming home to your beautiful Mother Earth that you've chose to incarnate into, right? This is about getting out in nature, getting out on the water, spending time in maybe a wide open space to allow yourself to breathe, to think, to heal, to grow, to learn. When this shows up, some of you may be taking a weekend away to maybe go hiking, camping, just to unplug, spend some time out in nature, ground your energy, go barefoot, go hug a tree. Now, if you live in a location where you're ready to take some time and get to the sunshine, I feel like you're either planning, or you could be taking a vacation in the month of June as well. So the great outdoors is going to do you a world of healing, and you're going to feel so revitalized and rejuvenated, even if it's an afternoon, if it's a full weekend, or if you're blessed enough to take a week or two away. This is going to really stir up some positive energies within you. And I feel this is very healing and very therapeutic. You could even be going off to a spiritual retreat or a center as well that gets you back in touch with who you are, for you, Libra, to reclaim your power. All right, for you entrepreneurs, or you bosses out there, even if you work in the corporate world, Libra, this is about you climbing the ladder. Now, there could be advancement showing up in your world. It could be a job change. Some of you, it's a promotion. For others of you, this is about focusing on a side hustle or a side business, something that you would like to take to the next level, but you're taking the baby steps to get there, right? It doesn't always happen overnight, especially if you are, a mom or a dad, or you do work a 9-to-5 job, or maybe you're trying to juggle up a lot of different things at this time. As long as you continue to put that effort in, I feel like it's going to pay off. So consistency is key here. I also sense that if you are wanting to spend some time in the outdoors, you could actually take your work with you. But of course, I feel like it's important for you to unplug from all electronics. But what I'm sensing here is, for those of you that may do your work online, or maybe you work from home, it's going to be beneficial to get outside, because that may influence you to take a new approach when it comes to your career. And for those of you Librans who felt a little bit burnt out, it could be time to just go play, have a little bit of fun as well. They're actually showing me a jet ski at this time. So a jet ski could be symbolic for things taking off, things speeding up, or it could be symbolic that you're getting on a jet ski here and having a little bit of water fun. All right, Libra, your bonus card is romance. So for those of you that are in a marriage or a contract here with someone, this could be mending. Maybe you're spending a little bit of time to get back together with this person on an emotional level. For those of you that are single, there certainly could be romance coming in. And for others of you, I feel like you may have decided that a soul contract was irreparable with the mending, and that's okay as well. The story is going to be different for each and every one of you, but the energy remains the same. That's what tarot is here for, right? This is about love, intimacy, your soulmate, passion, trust, right? It's about building strong bonds that are based on trust and loyalty and a strong foundation. And a lot of you Librans, you didn't have that. right? It was based on a faulty foundation. Whether this was a parental figure, right? Maybe they weren't that parent that you've dreamed of, right? Maybe they weren't the, what is it, June Cleaver or the Partridge Family. Maybe it wasn't what you saw growing up. Maybe it was very challenging, very destructive, very toxic. But you wouldn't be who you are without them. And as I say, Tony Robbins, right? If you're going to blame someone for all the bad, then blame them for the good that's in you as well, because you wouldn't be who you are without that influence. And I believe we choose our soul tribe, we choose our parents, we choose our soulmates, our children, and we have these contracts prior to life to learn, to evolve, and to grow. So remember that, especially when you're healing and going through some situations. It can help you see it from a higher perspective and remove you from just feeling the hurt and the pain when you're able to see it from all angles. But love could certainly be showing up here for you. Some of you may even meet someone while you are outdoors, or maybe there's love at work that's coming in here for you as well. All right, Libra, diving into your tarot here, you have the Ace of Swords, your energy, followed by the Hanged Man. Now, Ace of Swords is rising above adversity. It's about healing, which is your first card out here. It's about clearing up any miscommunication. It is about you being able to inspire others, inspire yourself. And when this comes to money, this can be possibly a new job or gaining clarity on what you need to do to get yourself unstuck, right? Because it's interesting to note, look at this spiral in her mind. So you may have been spiraling, or you felt like you were going backwards is what I'm getting here, Libra. And take a look at this. Your final card, or the card that we'll read at the end here, is the Round and Round, and that looks almost identical, doesn't it? Two different decks here. These cards pick you. I don't hand pick them for you. I shuffle them, and as they come out, here they are. And so we see the synchronicities, whether I pull the cards or whether I shuffle them in front of you. You guys, if you're following me, you know that to be true. So there's something here where you're getting unstuck and you're clearing it up. And there may have been even a little bit of brain fog, because this Ace of Swords is highlighted here and the crown chakra is highlighted. Some of you felt confused, maybe even about your connection with source energy, your higher self. There could have been physically migraines, it could be vertigo, brain fog, it could have even been a little bit of pressure. Now, of course, please seek medical professional guidance. See the disclaimer in the description box below. I'm not a professional, but the energy center of the crown chakra is activated here. And I'm also getting something with vision, something with the eyes. There could be something with new prescriptions, or maybe you felt maybe you felt like you were seeing things, or something that you weren't able to see. You're finally able to see things clearly now, because this is about releasing control, releasing the ego. That's what the Hanged Man is all about. And Ace of Swords can be sharp tongues, right? For those of you Libras who tend to at times say things quickly without thinking because you're hurt, or you're around other people. This could be a parent, it could be a partner. Someone may have said something to you that may have triggered, a lot of pain, a lot of hurt here. Because sometimes we can cut with our words. Whoever said sticks and stones can break your bones, but names will never hurt you, was completely wrong, because words are powerful. Words hold energy. And I certainly feel like you're shifting that perspective. You must, Libra. You must shift that perspective, or you're going to stay in this mending energy your whole life. And who wants to do that, right? And so I feel here, this is about you changing your mind about a situation, and it's okay to do that, right? It's okay. In fact, not only is it okay, Libra, but it's necessary for you to change your mind. And it could be about your career path. It could be about money. It could be about your job. It could be about your partner. It can be about the ego, instead of the ego saying, I am right, or this is the way it's done, right? What if we surrender? And some of you may be dealing with someone who has a high ego and a sharp tongue as well. And if that's the case, I feel like you're rising above. You're rising above and healing that adversity, healing that separation, and coming together to create something quite beautiful, actually. And that's why you have the mending. Now, you also have the Nine of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. So this is beautiful for career. Absolutely. When it comes to career, what you put something in motion here, Libra, something that you've started, you're starting to see the gains, and it's going to bring in a lot of success. When this shows up as the Nine of Pentacles, some of you may be acquiring property, you may be profiting off of something that you've set in motion. This can be setting yourself up for retirement. Now, the Nine of Pentacles can be the card of individual success, right? Independence, something that you've done all by yourself. However, I do feel there is help, of course, from others. So, for example, Nine of Pentacles energy would be me starting this YouTube channel. It's something I've did on my own. I've needed to learn from. However, it wouldn't be possible to continue growing if it wasn't for you beautiful viewers. So there's that sense here of, reciprocity, but also building it on your own. It wasn't, my uncle or my brother or, I don't have a brother, but it wasn't anyone else that said you should do this. It was my intuition. It was my higher self. And that's what I feel here for you, Nine of Pentacles, something that you can individually just know because it's part of your soul experience. No one else, right? It's not their experience to tell you what to do. This is for you to listen to. And a lot of you Librans are on a high spiritual path, right? You have this energy of empathy, of healing, of, being psychic, being able to move forward here on a spiritual path, whether in your personal life or professional. But whatever this is here for you, it's looking good. When this comes to love, this is all about feeling content within yourself in order to attract the type of relationship you want. So if you are in a relationship already, there's a sense of codependence, I feel, that is needed to release or let go of. And that could be that fear-based energy, because some of you, I am sensing that there's a little bit of suspicion, right? There could have been a betrayal, or maybe you felt under pressure from your partner, or you felt like you had to be someone that you weren't. And so that can set yourself up at times for codependency or bitterness or anger, and that's something you're healing. But it's important for two people to be themselves and to bring together that energy to the table where your independence and this person's independence come together to add to the cherry, right? If you're not happy by yourself, you're not going to be happy with anyone. So for those of you that are single, this is about you being content where you're at. And if you're making excuses saying, well, I'm only going to be happy when I meet my love, or when I meet my soulmate, or this person or that person, then it's probably not true, right? It's something that, we need to be content with who we are on the inside. Be our own best friends. Be our own soulmate. I think Lizzo sings a song, right? I am my own soulmate. Be your own soulmate, Libra. And I do feel here that the tide is spinning. The wheel is spinning in your favor. Time to jump on. There's a whole new journey coming in here for you. And I feel like not only are you feeling good, but you are enjoying the improvements showing up, not just in your finances, but in your relationships. There's an improvement coming in to a relationship that may have been a little bit rocky or may have needed some mending or healing. All right, Libra, Ten of Swords and Queen of Cups showing up. Now, Ten of Swords, some of you may have been in a healing profession and there was strain coming in because you were caring for others, right? And there could have been a lot of backstabbing, a lot of gossip, right? There could have been a lot of pain because a lot of you Libras are empathic and you are healers with the Queen of Cups. And the Ten of Swords can be about walking away from a situation that is just a lot, right? There's a lot of pressure. Again, I'm getting this suspicion energy. So Ten of Swords, it could be that you're healing because somebody had done you dirty in the past or hurt you through words or hurt you through miscommunication. Now you're able to see things from a new light. No longer will you be stuck in this never-ending repetitive karmic cycle. It's time for you to leave it, end it, walk it away from it. Okay? Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords doesn't want to go backwards. It is an ending for a reason here. So whatever this is that you've learned, Libra, now is the time for you to say, soul lesson complete, right? Soul lesson complete. That's your affirmation. That's what I'm getting here for you. Soul lesson complete. You've learned what you've needed to learn. Now it's time to move on. For a lot of you with the Queen of Cups showing up, you're a talented, helping woman or your man. It doesn't matter. It's just the energy here. But this is someone who's very kind, very romantic. You have here romance. Libra, if you're looking for it, the heart is opening. The heart is open. For those of you that want to head towards a profession that is fulfilling, yeah, maybe you've been in a profession for 20 years and that, was a time where you've learned, you've grown, maybe you were in love with it at one time. It's okay to change your mind, just like this card says here. It's okay to change your outlook or change your perspective. I get that so often where someone says, well, I went to school for that. I got to stay in that. That's where the money's at. If that's what you believe, if that's your truth, then that's what it's going to be for you. But if you believe that there are new experiences for you to explore, Libra, then you need to trust that calling, right? Because we've chose to come here to Earth and experience many human experiences, right? We didn't come just to stay in one. If we're being called to go in another, then it's time to head in that new direction. Otherwise, that creates dissonance within the soul and within what's going on in our external world. And that dissonance is going to create this never-ending cycle of healing, right? Because we're constantly searching outside of ourselves for what's within. If we stay true to our path, if we stay true to what our calling is, and for you, Libra, Queen of Cups energy, this is someone who gives great advice. She gives really good hugs as well. So Libra, maybe you decide to open a business where you're giving away free hugs, right? Or at the end of whatever it is that you do, hug. We need more hugs. Queen of Cups energy is a healer. She could be a psychic, a tarot reader. She could be a nurse, a CNA. She could be a massage therapist. I'm also getting here someone who deals with the mind, right? Even though the Queen of Cups is the heart here, a lot of you are very brilliant within the mind, and you may be called to discover or learn more about the mind through natural or alternative therapies. It could be EMDR, because again, we have that crown chakra showing up here. So there's something you're exploring or tapping into. I'm also getting here for some of you, this has to do with neuroplasticity and reprogramming the thought patterns within the mind as well. So whether that's a personal calling or it's a professional calling, please just trust your own intuition here. All right, let's dive into wealth, income, career, money. You have the crown, you have the clover, and you have the hand. Powerful combination here as well, because the hand is all about you manifesting money, right? Who doesn't want to manifest money? But most importantly, this is about you reaching some goals, some financial goals that you've set out for yourself, or emotional goals as well. There's assistance coming in. Now, some of you need to hear this. Some of you need to hire an assistant for your company or for your entrepreneurship or your business, or it could be beneficial just to ask for help. Maybe it's not hiring an assistant, but it could be asking your significant other or asking a friend to help you build the website, or asking your parents to watch the kids so you can have an extra hour, an extra day a week to focus on bringing in more money or to focus on your business. Whatever this is here, you have resources. Sometimes it's our own stubbornness and ego that says, nah, I don't need a hand. I got this all by myself, right? Who's carried 16 bags on each arm instead of just making a couple of trips back? Instead, they'd rather break their arm. I'm raising my hand here. So yeah, sometimes we can ask for help, and it's important to accept it. If you've been wanting to get a new job, there could be someone showing up, Queen of Cups, right? Someone who's very loving, very nurturing, that wants to see you succeed. They believe in you. They see your skills and your talents, Libra. So whether this is mothering energy as well, that could certainly be mother, or someone that lives from the heart and they encourage you to do the same. There's a helpful person coming in here, and they may help you get a job. If you've had obstacles, which who hasn't, but if you've recently had obstacles when it comes to your finances or your career, that could be what you're mending here. You could be mending that relationship you have with money, right? If you tell yourself, I don't have enough, or I'm broke, or money comes just as fast as it goes, or I'll never hit this milestone, be careful, because again, those words create your reality. This is about power plays and power struggles. A lot of you are wanting to become your own owner or boss, or you already are, right? This is about taking charge of a situation and making progress, because there has been some setbacks. Now get ready. Some of you may actually find, if you're located in an area that has greenery right now, a 4-leaf clover, right? That could be a symbol for you. Maybe you see it on a shirt, or you see it on, it's not typically something you see quite often, but pay attention to the 4-leaf clover. Some of you may even have a tattoo of a clover. But this is about you hitting a lucky break, maybe gambling, taking a risk on yourself, taking a risk on, what your heart wants. And it's going to pay off in big ways. This is good fortune, taking a chance. And you have outdoors energy as well, which I love because this collaborates with that great outdoors. Now, again, some of you, your best ideas, your best inventions, and your best creative endeavors come through being outside. You may be in the line of finance or taking a look at your finances. You could be doing something risky, right? Maybe you're doing cryptocurrency or stocks, or maybe you're deciding to invest in, this project or that creative idea, or maybe open up a commercial space or a food truck, whatever this is here, Libra. This is a surprise. It may be a surprise that someone wants to come in to your world and help you do this, right? Even though there's individual achievement here, I feel like there's someone that wants to help you out because there's something that can help them out as well. So it's not just with an intention of them getting something. It actually is a flow. There's reciprocity here. So if someone comes in, of course, do your research, do your due diligence, make sure that it's someone that you trust. But I feel like there's someone that's coming in saying, hey, let's go in on this together. All right, let's take a look at love. Now, we have the romance card, marriage, union, bonds, intimacy, soulmates. Some of you, this is about making the effort, regardless of relationship status. And we talked a little bit about that as well. Creating that sense of, I am my own soulmate, right? I'm independent. I love where I'm at, regardless of my relationship status. I'm content with or without a partner, but I would like to attract a partner, but I'm not going to obsess about it, right? You're not going to obsess and put that energy of obsession out into the universe. Because then what do you attract? You either prolong it or you attract someone else that's quite obsessive and it's toxic, right? For those of you that are in a relationship, it's important this month to make the effort. Get outside, spend some time with this person. Some of you, you have a partner or you yourself are too focused on career, which is great. Sometimes we need to focus on our career, but make sure you balance into other areas because if another area is lacking, we need to find that balance. And again, Libra, if anyone can, you can. So make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. I see this so often where someone says, well, no, right? They throw a little 3-year-old tantrum. No, I'm going to wait for that person to message me first, or I'm going to wait for them to respond to me, or I'm going to just build this illusion based on based on something they've said or didn't say, or, sometimes we get so caught up in our heads that we block this heart chakra, and the head starts to tell the heart, no heart, don't open up. No heart, that person really doesn't love you, right? Don't let the head talk you out of what the heart feels. Express your love. Express it to your children, to your partner, to your family, to your friends. Express it to the stranger, right? Regardless of getting anything in return. Of course, it's always nice to hear a thank you, or it's nice to hear and I love you in return. But just do it for you, because the more that you can express your love, the more you're going to see it. And you're actually going to see it from those people as well that typically don't express their love. So it takes two. Sometimes, yes, we want to pout in a corner and we want to just hold our heart hostage. But this is time for you to open up, Libra. Go ahead and make that gesture and have some fun. Play. Get out there, right? Go mini golfing. Go on a water slide. Go to a water park. Let that inner child fly a kite. Go swimming. Do something you haven't done for quite some time. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. This is the month to play. Get outside. Go kayaking. Go whitewater rafting. Go, go on a hike. Go on an adventure. Beautiful. So messages from your soul's truth, Libra. I always recommend jotting this down, making a mental note here, or if you're a list maker like me, or if you like to write things down or see it visually, then grab a notepad and write this down. What boundaries need to be created or strengthened within my relationships? To create more healthy boundaries, we must first get in tune with our own needs, desires, and feelings, and believe we are worthy of them. In your relationships, it's essential to know where they end and where you begin. We talked about that, codependency, right? We may really we may really wrap ourselves up in someone else's energy, or we spend so much time working or, on something where it's important to find that balance here, important to find that boundary. So take a look and see if boundaries have been crossed, if you're crossing them, Libra, if someone else is. So you don't want to repeat this dynamic, right? You have an opportunity here to step out of that never-ending cycle. And I mean, the Wheel of Fortune here, I always like to see it as that revolving door, right? You're walking into the mall, there's a revolving door, but what happens sometimes if you're not quick enough or not aware, whoop, you just go right back around in that circle. So sometimes we need to advance, come into a higher level of awareness in order for us to step out of that, three-ring circus. And so for some of you, this is about awareness and being able to strengthen based on, boundaries and balance. When we separate our energy from others, we're able to gain clarity about what we really want. Then we stop doing things that no longer align with ourselves, right? Because we're so intermingled with something else that we lose sight of what our truth is. If you are an empath, you can still be compassionate towards others without taking on their stuff, right? If you are, a healer, you can leave it at the door. Sometimes it's so difficult to do that, but you have to, right? It's part of the process. It is safe to trust that you are not here, Libra, to fix anyone. And that's something that's challenging. A lot of you, maybe you've grown up in a situation where you had to take care of a parent, or there was an absent one, there was an alcoholic one, there was an abusive one, and you felt like you've had to heal because of it. You've had to fix, you've had to be that person that showed up for everyone else. But what about the person that shows up for you, Libra? That's your responsibility, is to show up for yourself first and foremost. Be your own soulmate here, as Lizzo says. Today's mantra: I have everything I need within me now, and so do they. I'm worthy of my needs, and I set boundaries based on what is best for me, right? What is best for you, Libra, not what's best for them, not what they think is best for you. You're setting boundaries based on what you believe is true to be best for you, right? And if it's coming from that place of intuition and heart, it's going to be your truth. If it's coming from your head, then we're going to be in that never-ending cycle because we're not fully aware. All right, what else do we have here? What can I burn? Whew, this is a powerful one. Burn it, Libra. Burn it all. The ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism, the images that run through your head, the reminders of what you did wrong, and the proof that you are not good enough. Burn, baby, burn. Your soul is calling, and it's time for a rebirth. You are like the phoenix rising from the ashes, no longer attached to the past. You are free. Your wings are ready, so use them. Today's soul action: make the choice that you will no longer let the past define you. Pick up your pen. What will your next chapter look like? Yeah, let it burn. Step through that revolving door. There is destiny and fate intervening. There is luck, and you created your own luck in a sense here. So it's important for you to jump on board. You have the 4-leaf clover. You have this Wheel of Fortune. There's something that you've planted the seeds within yourself, within your DNA, within your energy, Libra, that says you can get through anything. You don't have to keep spinning in cycles or circles in this case. Now, messages from your spirit animals. I had to chuckle when this came out as well. You have the Empress energy, card 3. Armadillo says, set healthy boundaries. So if that isn't an extra confirmation from spirit, some of you Libras have to set boundaries. So again, go back, pause, really dive into this boundary card here with the soul truth, and revisit it throughout the month. I can guarantee you're going to feel a lot lighter, and it can help you stay on track. Panther, reclaim your power. Look at how fierce, but yet at the same time, just, you can't help but look away, right? There's just this power emanating from this Black Panther. Some of you may be 44 years old, or you may have a birthday on the 3rd or the 10th. And the 10th is also the Wheel of Fortune. So we're seeing synchronicity after synchronicity here. And 4s are all about stability and abundance. And 4 and 4 equals 8. You have the strength and the power to come back home to yourself, Libra. The abundant universe will provide. I love the buffalo spirit. Now, some of you may be getting more into power animals, totems. There could be something with disassociation or shamanism, shaman practices of reconnecting the soul or the spirit here. Soul retrieval is the word I'm thinking of, but I do feel like you are provided for. You are abundant. That is your birthright. That is what you've set yourself up for in this lifetime, even though you may have struggled, right? That doesn't have to be your story. So again, pick up your pen. What does that next chapter look like? All right, Libra, last but not least, you have card 25. Some of you may be born on the 25th. I'm getting here with the round and round. This goes hand in hand with what we've been talking about. Time to step off that door. But this is all about the spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated. It's about challenges and cycles that you are being challenged to revisit and to break. This could be, something coming back up for you to mend and to heal once and for all. It says revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. Yeah, you have the Hanged Man energy showing up. This is the new perspective. So I'm loving this. Libra, the appearance of this card is a reminder that although it may appear that you've gone backwards, the truth is that you are standing at a higher level, looking down into your circumstances. Hello, Libra. There's that awareness. Yes, there's that self-awareness. I knew you could do it, Libra. You will learn something, do something better, and break a cycle set up in the past. You've actually had a bird's eye view of your initial footprints and can access the wisdom and lessons learned, which is interesting because in this deck, the one that I'm using here, the Light Seers, I won't pull it out for you now, but the King of Swords, which is Gemini, but it's also air, Libran energy, it actually has a bird over the eye, and that resembles the bird's eye view. So it's interesting here to note that you now have a bird's eye view of what this is and how to break it. So pat yourself on the back. This is about initial footprints that you can access, and you know that you've learned some lessons. When it comes to relationships, are you wondering, how did I get here again? Does something feel familiar right now in your dynamics with others? Others may be a little too familiar. Don't be surprised that you found yourself repeating an old story with the same sort of person who may not look similar, but who attracted you because of your easy acquaintance with his or her qualities. Your relationship is a mix of what is good and what is potentially challenging. You've been drawn to this person through the perfection of Spirit's plan for your evolution. You may have circled back to an accustomed spot, a familiar place, but that's fine, Libra, because you get to do things differently. For you've learned something of great value since the last time around. How will you choose to behave now that you are aware? Remain curious and stay out of the blame game. Powerful. Now, last but not least, when it comes to prosperity, if you're in a scenario, Libra, that appears to be an echo of something that's already happened in the past, it's because you're being invited to see what you couldn't see before. Now is the perfect time for you to look at the deeper motives you have and your attraction to the opportunities and people who have entered your life to be a part of your journey towards success, who help you navigate, who helps you navigate, who sabotages you, who supports you, what are the familiar signs and your responses to them. When you find yourself in a repeat of a pattern in the past, it's time to get a coach or a mentor who can help you see what you can't see on your own. Repeat what works, not what doesn't. And then you will free yourself from the old cycles and cease going round and round. This is about you taking responsibility, Libra, for repeating lessons that you don't want to relearn. It's time to surrender. You have this, right? It's time to surrender now to the fact that maybe you are a piece of that common denominator. If something keeps happening back, circling around, take a look at your role in it as well. Be happy. This is a wonderful spot to be in. You can see the cycles. You have this sense of awareness to break the pattern, whatever that pattern may be for you. Very powerful month for you, Libra. I hope this resonates. A lot of juicy goodness coming in here as well. Know that the wheel is spinning. Know that there is abundance coming in. Love if you're wanting that. Success. But try to balance and keep your energy, within you. You can be a healer. You can be, a coach. You can be a guide. You can be in the relationship that you dream. But we don't have to take on other people's stuff. We don't have to take on so much of it where, we stay in this energy, because you're mending. I feel like you're stepping off that bandwagon onto a beautiful new existence within yourself. Thank you so much for being here, Libra. If this resonates, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell. Thank you so much, Libra. Lots of love.